Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monday, and I am excited to share with you today another fabulous interview with an amazing woman entrepreneur from Holland. It's so much fun for me to be able to share these women that embody the successful woman's mindset based on my book. So today, my name is Galit Ventura Rozen, and I have Heleniq with me. Heleniq Argyrou, welcome.
Thank you so much, Galit. Love you to
What?
be with
Oh, I love having you here. It's so much fun meeting the most amazing women. Obviously, with technology today, it makes it so easy for us to meet each other. I'm sitting here in Las Vegas and you're there in Holland. What time is it there now?
Yeah, technology is amazing. 6:05 p.m. for me.
So
And
you're ready to wrap your day, and I'm starting my day. It is 9:05 a.m. here.
yeah, we are finishing our day in the dark winter.
I will go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about you so you can share more about yourself as well. Heleniq is a perceptive, innovative, and neuroscientifically focused peak performance trainer and founder of Women of Truth conference that supports female leaders to launch in Europe. A clinical psychologist, specialized educator, and conference founder with 22 years experience, is also an expert in treating sensitive children. And so, is it espouses? Did I say that right?
Sensitive children, basically the family, the system.
Okay, so it sounds good. Yeah, it might be just the word. It's the concept of a well-integrated all-arounder professional. She works online, training luminaries to pioneer an inspired future for us all, and runs Silver House Sanctuary in Cyprus. Well, welcome. It's so much fun to share and learn about women from all over the world that are doing what they love and making an impact. So thank you for what you're doing over there on the other side of the world.
Yes, and you for all your contributions too. I think we share the vision, and I also just enjoy every single time I get to confirm that vision with all these incredible women that are really, I think, holding a really important flag up for the rest of humanity, really trying to make a difference and really contributing towards world change. I think it's a really interesting time for us.
I love that concept because I'm so visual, Heleniq, that sometimes I'll see this beautiful circle that connects the entire world. And so, for example, a visual circle where we're holding hands, and you're over there in London and I'm over here in Las Vegas, and we just have to fill it all in between, which we both know is not difficult because there are so many women like us that just want to support other women, uplift them, show them how to be successful. And a lot of that is the basis of the book that I wrote, The Successful Woman's Mindset. So with that said, I would love to know from you what your meaning is when you hear the successful woman's mindset.
Yeah, I think I really like the term you put, because it's such a clear way to really lock in this idea. And for me, it has everything to do with really holding your own sense of value as a woman and being able to radiate that out. And I think vision is very important. So being able to truly see, like you say, being visual, I myself am too, and I'm quite a creative person. So I think it's a really important skill to develop, is how to see yourself successful, how to really tap into what it is that you see in your future, and then to build the steps to get there. But it really requires this reminder, everyday reminder sometimes, of how valuable you are, and what you have is valuable, and what you have is truly unique, and how to really cultivate it so that it can be a great offering for people out there who might need some of it or might need to see their own value. So that's what I think the success mindset is, how to get into that zone in oneself daily, regularly, strongly, and to put it out and to know when you're not there so that you can maybe an interview like this and just get reminded of that.
Sometimes it's easier to stay in that zone when you're already there or things are going the right way. But to me, truly, I believe that a lot of the successful woman's mindset, just like you said, is knowing when you're not there as well, and then finding your way back. I have a chapter in my book called She Knows Her Value. And you spoke about that, knowing your value, knowing your worth. As women, sometimes we tend to struggle. I have something in there that I write that says we are first to commend our loved ones, our children, our best friends, our siblings, tell them they can be whatever they want to be and how they want to be it, and know their value and worth. But when it comes to ourselves as women, it's almost this idea that it takes us time to understand our value because it doesn't always seem natural to come to us. Do you see that sometimes with your clients?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's something we just introduced by saying knowing when you're not there and how to come back. And I think we pour ourselves out into groups, into families, into societies. And we've also been trained. I think there's a program in the way we grow up as women to feel that we are in service. And so our value comes a lot from being in service, being there for others. And it's about how to find that real balance between
Yes.
doing that, but also not doing it to the point of depletion. And I think it's quite hard. So a lot of clients I see actually struggle a lot with that. They have some guilt when they
Yes.
step out far, outside. It's okay, but when they are depleted, they don't think that that's a bad thing necessarily. They sometimes even see that it means that they're self-sacrificial, and that's okay too, right? So it's quite tricky. Yeah, I think it's great that we're doing these kinds of conversations and that you've written a book like you have, which points women in the right directions of really being able to see what their worth is all about. And that's what Women of Truth has really been about too. It's looking at the deeper truth that we are
Absolutely.
valuable.
That is so wonderful that you're offering that. I think it's so important for women to not just have this ability. Look at Heleniq and I connected across waters and how we probably sound like we've spoken 1,000 times before to each other. And we just met a few minutes before this interview. And the reason being that when I put out these summits, I want to spotlight women like you all over the world. So anybody in your area or not in your area, today in technology, you can work with women from all over the world, just like I'm speaking to you today. I work with women from other countries all the time. And it's fun for me because it gives people out there an opportunity to see we have our challenges as well. We have our struggles. We're working on finding our value. As Heleniq said, on a consistent basis, we need to find our value. We need to be aware of it and continue working on it. So how do you, Heleniq, within yourself, feel that you embody the successful woman's mindset? And how do you help your clients embody that?
Yeah, I had a desire to chug out laughing because it's such an important challenge every single day for me to really check with myself. Am I receiving the appreciation of others? Am I receiving as much as I'm giving? And this is something I've learned from doing a lot of divine feminine training. A lot of my own creative expression is through drumming and ceramics and art and all these things I love to do and I enjoy doing so much. I can even get lost in some of those things and not necessarily always absorb really what I need. So excitement can take me far out, ambition can take me far out, compassion can take me far out, and I need to always check, how do I bring this awareness back into my body? How do I receive what I'm really needing from all these things I'm doing? So I think when women are high achievers, they have different challenges. When women have
Yes.
started achieving, I think they have other kinds of challenges. So how can you really take care of yourself? I think is the big message here. And for me, I do it through meditation, through yoga. I'm doing a very special kind of Kriya yoga at the moment, which is all about the navel, like really strengthening my solar plexus, because I've seen I've had some difficulty with digestion. So I've had to really keep reminding myself that the time that I spend on myself every single day is really important. Grooming,
Yes.
hanging out with great, amazing women, very, very important.
Yes. Oh, one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, and
One of my favorite.
yeah, and meeting really important women that I think are a little ahead of me,
Always.
who've got some wisdom or some experience that I can really draw from. I loved my grandmother. I used to get a lot of that special wisdom from her as well. So that wisdom component from other women, I've started realizing how important it is to learn more from women and not so much more from from men anymore, because I need more of that feminine.
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah.
I can completely relate to that as my journey has come to where it is today after working with largely 95% men in my industry for 25 years, which was wonderful. I'm finding a whole different sisterhood in a sense now. It's so fun for me to do these interviews, Heleniq. Do you remember how at the beginning before we jumped on live, I said, it doesn't matter what, I think you're maybe my 15th or 16th interview, and every woman says something and it happens to be in the book. One of my chapters is called She is Open to Receive. And I was like, there we go. And what do you say? It's like I'm channeling it into you, even though I didn't. Anyone watching, I swear I didn't plant any of this. You know me well enough to know I didn't. One of my chapters is all about the fact that as natural caretakers and givers, we give, 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 give until we turn blue in the face, and then there's nothing left. And I don't use this example in my book because it's been overused, but you always think about the oxygen mask on the plane and how you've got to take care of yourself. But as a mom, if you've got your little child sitting next to you or your elderly parent, you're going to want to put the mask on them first, but that doesn't help because you've got to be able to take care of them. I love that you mentioned that whole concept about being open to receiving, because a lot of women that I work with, they say, well, what do you mean? Of course I'm open to receive. And I say, are you really? Are you really taking care of yourself? Do you really make sure that in the midst of the crazy, I'm a mom of 3, I run multiple businesses, I'm also someone's girl. And so it's like there are days, 2 puppies and 2 bunnies later, I have 3 younger brothers. A lot of it sometimes I had to remember, and I don't know about you, Heleniq, but with age, I've gotten better. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, I've definitely had to take much more responsibility as I'm getting older. I think maybe for all of us, we feel a bit invincible when we're young, and we can get away with a lot of late nights, eat whatever you want. But I think as you get older, you realize the fallibility of your own physical form, and you start connecting more with your essence. So I think life becomes even more precious, and you think you have just this time. So use it well and responsibly. So I think it's an interesting challenge to get older and to become much more wise in where you're going to spend your time,
I agree.
how to restore your energy. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so funny you said the word wise. Do you know the statement I use in my book over and over again is, as I get wiser, and then in parentheses I write, never older. I will never, I feel like I'm getting younger with each year. I don't know what this whole number thing is. I just turned 46. I'm very comfortable telling everybody that. And I feel young. I don't feel that age ever at all. When you're 20, 46 feels so old. Do you remember that, Heleniq? It felt old. Today it doesn't feel it.
Yeah, they felt like they were halfway done,
Yeah.
Wow, halfway done. I mean, I'm also around that. I mean, I'm halfway done. But yeah.
But that's a lot still left to do.
Yeah, there is. And actually, you have to do it now with a certain kind of awareness and responsibility, because you know better than you did when you were 24. So I think, it certainly gets more exciting, more interesting as you go along.
It does. It does. I love the word aware. I probably use it 3,000 times in my book. I had to change some of them because I started finding this way that I kept using the same word over and over again. But awareness is such a big word for me in my presentations and my workshops and everything. And as women, I think we become more aware. And if anybody's watching that is a woman that is still coming into her own, I want you to really think about that word, because Heleniq used it a few times as well. When you become aware of your essence, I love how you said the word essence, Heleniq, your essence and aware of yourself, it's not always the easiest journey at first, because there's some things you might not want to be aware of. Did you ever experience that in your awareness, Heleniq, where you kind of went, oh my gosh, this isn't fun at all, but you needed to get through it to get to the good stuff?
Right, like every day still now, I think it's an incredible gift we have as women to be really tuned in, and it does come with a certain kind of respect that one develops. More aware of your own needs. When you then forget to take care of them, you actually feel that, and you feel concerned for it. So sometimes it's really hard to be aware. I agree with you. I think it's important to confess that. And
Yes.
there is no escape from it though, because
No, you can try. A lot of people spend a lot of their life trying, and it keeps creeping up on them. I mean, you can't ignore it. But in my opinion, and you may agree with me, it's better to just be aware, deal with whatever's coming up for you, and then have that journey to the successful woman's mindset. And that really is the peace of the mind. Heleniq, would you tell everybody, I know that you have a really great gift for everybody. I want to make sure that we let them know about that. Would you mind letting everyone know what that is?
Well, links in so beautifully here with the word awareness, really, because for me, that has something to do with really getting in touch with the truth of your own being, your own message, gift for the world. What are you really here to do? How can you be in great service, give the best of yourself and stay in balance? This is all about woman's truth, or just our own personal expression of that truth. So for me, I want to offer women the opportunity to develop their businesses, to develop their outreach, their program, their service, whatever it is that they're busy with. You don't have to run a business, but if you are looking to expand or reach a wider audience in Europe, I'm offering an opportunity to join the Women of Truth Circle for a minimal fee of €7 to get a little bit of promotion and endorsement from us to our networks on LinkedIn. And then some few steps up the way, you can actually join us with even more investments and actually come and visit us in Europe. If you do want to take your online business broader, we are here to help you. And we run events in Cyprus, a conference on the 4th and 5th of May 2019. And there'll be another one in Holland at the end of next year in November. So that's 2019 November in Rotterdam. Very excited. One is an establishing market, one is an emerging market. And we have lots of access and great networks of women all around Europe and globally supporting you to actually reach a wider audience, because I think we are here to do great social change. We are global change makers. The time is now. We really need this feminine, healthy love and care that's in balance to start changing some of the problems with our communities and our structures in society. So I'm here if you need any help or
Where
assistance.
can they get information? Is there a direct link, or do we want to post it for more information about that conference and the memberships?
Right, they can actually get the access to through the link to actually have some of our free gifts, which is like, you know, a whole gift pack of a PDF that tells you where you can promote for free.
Wonderful.
And then if you want to know more about our events, you can come to Cyprus Women Conference. The woman is spelt with an E, so woman as in plural, cypruswomanconference.com. Or you can come to my direct site. It's heleniqa.com, and that'll all be on this video, I think, too.
Yes, we'll make sure we put the links below. If you're watching in this replay, it'll be in the email. So we'll make sure when we get off Heleniq, we'll put the posts down for them as well.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing more of what you're doing, Galit, because I think
Oh, thank you.
vision, and the more of us, the merrier, and we really do all value so much the support, because that's the system.
I appreciate you. And we were speaking before we jumped on the live that I'm planning on traveling more out of the country. That's my goal for the next 5 years. So Heleniq, we'll make sure we connect so I can learn more about your conferences too. It'll give me an excuse to travel, right?
You're most welcome. And anybody wanting to know more about the sanctuary or anything else that we're doing, you can also just drop me an email on any of these links, and we can connect and just chat.
Perfect. We'll make sure we put all the information in for you. Thank you so much for joining me from Holland. I'm putting that on my list to visit. I told you I want to try a new country every year, one of my goals. And you know, if we don't put it out there and we don't put those goals out there, they won't happen. So I'm excited to have that as my goal. The last 2 years was to visit a different city in America every 3 months. And I covered that. Now it's time to go a little bit further out of the United States. So thank you to everybody for watching. We have another few interviews coming up today. If you're watching an email, they'll be coming to you all at once as well. My name is Galit Ventura Rozen. If you're interested in learning more about the Successful Woman's Mindset, the book, please go to thesuccessfulwomansmindset.com, and you can find all the information there as well. Thank you, Heleniq. It was such a pleasure. Thank you, everybody.
And for me too. Thank you. Bye-bye.